Hi, bigenderdotnet. My name is Brin. You are watching the bigenderdotnet collaboration channel. It is week 3, or rather topic 3, which was chosen by Mir this week, and is, are you transitioning or planning to transition? If so, to what extent do you think you'll go? If not, why? And bonus, show us around your place. Can be just one room outside wherever you're comfortable, or show us something that reflects your personality. I may not get to that one because I have to get ready for work. It's somewhat early morning, so I have to record this and then sort of de-girl from the weekend and get to work. But so transition. For a long time, I wasn't going to transition at all because I wasn't really sure, who I was or what it meant to be by gender. And once I sort of figured that out for myself, then I realized that, I sort of needed to acknowledge and accept that part of my life in a way that respected, the sort of other side of me. And so in July of 2009, I started exploring the ability for HRT. So I started talking to my therapist, and I went to the Howard Brown Health Center in Chicago, and started hormones September 16th, 2009, I think. So I'm coming up on almost 2 years, not counting a 5-week break when I had surgery on my nose. So that's actually a pretty, huge transition, because it's made my body change and sort of affected the way I interact with the world and how I interact with my own emotions and, estrogen has effects. I do a lot more crying now than I ever did before, which isn't a bad thing, because I had a sort of mental block on being able to do that. But, that's it as far as transition goes for me. I plan to have a very non-surgical transition, and I feel like I've probably reached the end of my transition anyway, in the sense that I'm living very much the way that I would like to. I would not mind so much being able to work at a place where I was out, but I don't think that's just something that works or exists, sort of today in this world. So not really something I'm entertaining. But I live duality in my life. I have made a real effort since October of last year when I posted my It Gets Better video to be more out and visible and honest in the way that I live my life with my family and my longtime friends and with the people that I love and care about, and even people that I don't know very well, because I used to be very circumspect in who I was out to and what shape that out took. Like, I came out to my family a long time ago, but I didn't really actually do anything. Like, I never showed them what it meant to be out and by gender. I never even clarified what bigender was. So, it's taken a lot of effort to sort of re-educate my family and my friends, and there's still people that are really adjusting after, knowing me for 15 years one way. It's sort of hard to understand that if I look like this, then, I want certain pronouns, or I want to hear, I would prefer to hear Brin rather than Paul, or, and it's hard to make people understand that my life as Paul isn't gone, or, never coming back, or never, or not something I want to acknowledge, The social transition's been the hardest part with people that I've known for a long time. My family's been great. I've said it before, but I really kind of sold my family short after transitioning by not following through and letting them know me fully as I learned about myself. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm doing all the transitioning that I really plan on doing. You know, I don't hide who I am from anyone anymore. I mean, even people that I knew passingly in high school who were friends with me on Facebook, I don't hide them when I post these videos, you know, to my wall or whatever. And, you know, I've had a lot of people be like, wow, I had no idea this was, you know, part of your life now. And yeah, most times I, you know, really respect that. And, you know, it's kind of cool seeing how people can react differently and positively, you know. Yeah, I don't know that I had an end goal in mind for transition. I kind of just wanted the hormones so that I felt more comfortable with my body being shaped the way that I wanted it to be shaped, so that it matched this idea in my head that made me feel comfortable, made it feel like this was the body that I lived in, and you know, I wasn't being forced to wear some, like, I don't know, uniform of somebody else's expectations. Like, that's what the male, you know, solely male body felt like to me, was, you know, everybody's expectations given flesh, and that I could do nothing to that form without incurring all kinds of social costs. And eventually I got to the point where hormones were an option that they weren't before because my relationship status changed. And it's never, I would have chosen my relationship over hormones, but, you know, change comes along in life, and in change opportunities. So, you know, this became something that I could explore, and I did talk to a therapist about it, and, you know, but it wasn't for the purposes of transitioning full-time. I have no intent of transitioning full-time. So I get to live the life that I want. You know, I can be a boy when I want to be a boy. I can be a girl when I want to be a girl. And, you know, the only hang-up is getting people that have known me for a long time to understand. You know, like with any group of people, there's varying degrees of success. But I actually have a much easier time with new people understanding, because they get to know it right off the bat. They didn't have, you know, years in college with me and in one shape and have to adjust to this new one. But my family's been great. They don't really ask questions. They just sort of accept that this is the shape that I come in, and you know, treat me like they always have. So, you know, it's kind of interesting. Like, I don't know what I expected. I don't know what I expected, but it certainly wasn't that. So yeah, that's all I have as far as transition goes. Leave us questions in the comments. Send us a message. I'm going to create a form spring this week, so it'll be formspring.me/bigenderdotnet, all spelled out, just like the YouTube channel. But send us comments, questions, feedback, something you'd like to ask us, you want us all to answer. You know, this is the way to do it. So, until next week, bye.